Good morning, everyone. Friday morning, 7:30, last day of February. All right, so last class of this block, last class of this month, and then we're into a new block and a new month. Sounds good. Right, let's do this one. We've got a nice class this morning. This is a big circuit, so we've got 10 exercises to go through. We're going to try and get through it twice. We've got an extended warm up. If we can fit all that into the half an hour, we're doing well. But yeah, I like this combination of exercises. I hope you do too. It's going to work the whole body and it's stuff you know pretty much all the way through. So, should we get ready to go? I'm going to start out the workout, start out the warm up with 1 minute on the timer, and we're doing squat to press. So, grab your dumbbells if you want. You can do this with or without the dumbbells. 1 minute squat to press movement, building up that range of movement. Are you ready? Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat to press movement. So we squat down, press high. 1 minute to build this up. I want that full extension at the top. Reach higher than I'm reaching. All right, so I'm at home, which means I've got this low ceiling thing going on. So I'm a little bit tentative of punching up high with these dumbbells. I'm doing plasterboarding downstairs at the minute. I don't really want to be doing it upstairs as well. Right, we are halfway through this minute, so see if you can deepen this range of movement. Deepen that squat. All right, setting ourselves up for this circuit. Good. All right, last 15 seconds. So full range of movement here. Low into that squat, high into that reach. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, pop the dumbbells down for a moment. We're going to go into a stretch. We're going to base this on the sun salutation. So we're going to stand up tall. We're going to settle the shoulders down. Take a few breaths. All right, from there, reach up high, stretch high. I can actually flatten my hands on the ceiling here. All right, circle it around, reach down towards the toes. Breathe into that stretch down the back of the legs. Take a couple of breaths here. Softening into that stretch. And then bring it halfway up to that flat back position. Lengthening from the tailbone through to the top of the head. Again, breathe here for a moment. Nice. Right, then take it all the way down to the floor. So hands come on the floor, step back, lower down towards the floor. Forearms can go down and gently lift up and extend forwards into that Sphinx pose. Gently extending through the length of the back. Just seeing how many Lego men I can spot from this position. Oh dear. All right, from there, lift up with the hips, back onto the hands, tuck the toes, lift all the way up into downward facing dog. Breathe. Nice. All right, and then from there, walk the feet towards the hands, up to that halfway lift position, extended through the back, and then refold down to the toes and rebuild all the way up, reaching high and circling around. All right, we'll do that once more in time with our breath. So inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold down to the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way down to the floor. And then inhale into cobra, lengthening the arms, shining the chest forwards. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Hold it here for a few breaths. Good. Nice. All right, and from here, left foot is going to step forwards into runner's lunge. So left foot steps forwards, runner's lunge. We'll go through our little flow sequence here. So from runner's lunge, lengthening through that back leg. So we've got left foot forwards, right foot back. From here into that kneeling hip flexor, right knee goes down, lift up into hip flexor, reach up with that right arm. All right, circle that arm around, find the floor, and now rotate by reaching up with the left. All right, remember that transition, tuck the toes on the back foot, circle that arm around, send it forwards, lift that back knee, lengthen. Left arm finds left knee, flatten the back foot and reach up with the right. Expansion through the torso. Right hand, right hip, left arm, send it high. Lovely. All right, take it down to the horizontal, into warrior two. There. Good, feel that groundedness through the feet. And then send it forwards. Front arm, front knee, reach up and over with that right arm. All right, so we're going to transition back into that runner's lunge. So that extended right arm, you're going to circle it around. Right hand finds the floor and you're back into that supported runner's lunge. You can hold it there for a moment. You could open and lift through that left arm. Trying to keep that back leg straight. Good, circle that arm around, send it forwards. And then it comes inside that left foot. So both hands now on the floor. Step back with that left foot into a high plank and re-lift into a downward facing dog. Good. All right, let's do the same sequence on the other side. Right foot steps forwards, runner's lunge. Find that lengthened stance. Excuse me. All right, long runner's lunge here. Good, kneeling hip flexor, left knee down, lift up, left arm reaches. There, good, so opening out through the hip. From here, we're going to circle that arm around. Hand finds the floor, reaching up with the right. It's got that openness through the shoulder. Here's that transition, tuck the toes, circle the arm as it goes through, send it forwards, lift that back knee. All right, really lengthen that back leg. That extended right arm then, right arm finds right knee, flatten that back foot, reach up with the left. So our sequence building up to warrior two. That lifted, lengthened left arm, left hand finds left hip, reach up with the right. And then the transition down into warrior two, arms to the horizontal, settle in, shoulders down. Good. All right, taking it back down towards the floor, then we reach forwards, right arm, right knee, reach up and over with the left. Got it? Circle that arm around, find the floor, back into a supported runner's lunge. You can hold it here or you can open out through that right side. Circle that arm around, send it forwards. And then that hand comes inside the right foot. Step back into high plank, lift up into downward facing dog. Walk the feet forwards towards the hands, into that halfway lift. Refold down to the toes and then rebuild all the way up high. Stretching up, circling round and shaking it out. All right, team, feeling good, ready for this workout. We've got our circuit, 10 stations. You need dumbbells and you need some mat space. There's a bit of getting down on the floor and a bit of getting up. So make sure you're ready for that. Timing for this, we've got 10 stations. You've got 40 seconds on each one. And you've got 10 seconds in between. Quick demo of one of the exercises. You're going to be doing pullovers, which you've not done for a while. So a quick reminder, on your back with a weight in your hands, arms vertical, we lower down and we lift back up. So there's your pullover. I'm going to get you to do this though with the legs in an L shape. So we lift the legs, one vertical, one horizontal. Heel could be off the floor or it could be on the floor like this. And you're going to switch legs halfway through. That's your option. You don't have to do that. You could have the feet on the floor and pullovers. So just so you know, that's coming up. Everything else you'll know. Right team, you're starting out with deadlifts. That's weights in hands. That's hinging forwards from the waist. Deadlift is your first one. We better get going. Team, you're going in 5 seconds. Set up, stand tall, deadlift, coming up, go. Hinge from the waist, drive up high, using the strength of the hips. All right, making sure this is different to a squat. So we've got deadlift here. Movement comes from the waist. Make sure it doesn't turn into a squat where that movement comes more through the legs. So it's a deadlift here. Really good for actively stretching out through the hamstrings. Ten seconds left. All right, so after this, we're going to be in a kneeling position. It's a kneeling shoulder press. 10 seconds to change, that was your timer. So kneeling, 1 foot forwards, 1 knee back. Both arms are going to be working here. Shoulder press movement. Ready, go. Shoulder press movement here. Getting that nice stretch through that hip flexor. 40 seconds to bring some work into those shoulders. Nice. All right, check that alignment through the hips. So you're getting the benefit of that hip flexor stretch whilst working the shoulders. All right, and the classic pairing with this is bicep curls with that kick out. So that's coming up on the opposite knee. After this, we've still got 8 seconds left. Change. So switch knees, hip flexor stretch, bicep curl with that kick out forwards and down. Go. So again, check that alignment through the hips. Get that nice benefit of the hip flexor stretch. Working into the front of those arms, but also all around the shoulders. You might be able to feel the shoulders more than the arms here. Last 5 seconds going into press-ups after this. Let's get them out of the way. So 1 set of press-ups after this. There's your time, right, set up. Let's get these done. Press-up, set up, however you're going to do them. 40 seconds worth. Go. Halfway. Come on team, keep them coming. Keep those press-ups going. Even if you have to limit that range of movement. 8 seconds left. Going into that pullover after this that I showed you. So you need one of your weights, or you could do this with 2 weights, I suppose. There's your change. So I'm going to take both dumbbells, I'm going to push them together, and then with straight arms we lower and lift. And with those legs, you could keep the feet on the floor, or you could bring them up to tabletop and then extend one to the vertical, one to the horizontal. Right, keep that pullover movement going. Switch those legs. Last few seconds here, you're up on your feet after this. Remember that single leg row. Up on your feet, there's your change. So 1 dumbbell, 1 hand. Stand tall, lift 1 foot. Extend that leg back. Single arm row. Just what you want to do when you're just getting yourself back together from being down on the floor. Balance on a single leg. Is that part of the challenge? I guess it is. Single leg balance. 1 leg extended back. 1 arm doing that row movement. You've got the full interval on one side and then the full interval on the other. Standing leg working. Really good for that ankle stability. Strong through that hip. There's that change. So set up on the other side. Balance. Extend 1 leg behind. Other arm doing the row now. Lift. Let's see if you can really extend that back leg, that leg that's lifted. Lengthened from the hip. Feel the strength of that supporting leg. Check that alignment through those shoulders. So what posture are you reinforcing? Shoulders back, shoulders down. Freedom of movement through the shoulder and the torso. We're going back into squat to press after this. There's your time. Right, find your other dumbbell. Squat to press movement. We did this in the warm-up. Squat to press, 40 seconds. Ready, set, go. Squat to press. I'm pressing slightly forwards because I've got limited space with the ceiling. You can press up high, get that reach. Squat to press. I was just a little run through this morning, and I realized squat to press feels like a really strong movement. It's working the legs. Yeah, this is like a runner's exercise. I like it. If you add just a little step out to the side, suddenly it just feels really different. Takes a whole different energy. All right, anyway, dumbbells down. You're going into plank. So you're going to take it down here into either a high plank or a low plank position. You can hold this static plank, or we can add in that gecko. So that is knee drive up towards the elbow. Knee drive up towards the elbow. Knee drive, getting that work through the obliques. 10 seconds left here. Last interval coming up after this. You're going to be lying on your back, so roll it over. There's your change. Feet flat on the floor. We're going into alternating leg lifts, so hips up. This is that kick up position here. Go, so alternating, was it leg lifts or leg kicks, but with the hips high. This was actually supposed to be halfway through the circuit, but I missed it out, so we've tagged it on at the end instead. It's supposed to finish with that plank. All right, so alternating leg kicks. Keeping the hips high. So I like just to have the hands at the sides, just to be able to feel that the hips are still lifted. So you're not holding the hips, you're just making sure that that bony part on the side of the hip, on the side of the pelvis, sorry, is not lowering. There's your time. Now you can lower and stretch it out for a moment. All right, take a quick breather, but make it quick because we're going again in a moment. All right, so we've got another run through that circuit coming up. I think we've got time to keep the same timing. Yes, we have. All right. Are we all still in? All right, so I think we are. Okay, gather yourselves together. So we're going through again, starting out with that deadlift movement. Trying to make best effort through this circuit, then cleaning anything up that we need to. You know these movements now, you know what's coming up. Team, should we just do it? Let's make a good go of this. Deadlifts coming up. Going in 5, set up. Last run through to finish this class. Deadlift, set up, go. All right, so last circuit of this class and this block and this month. Let's get it done. Oh, and while we're here, while I remember, let me know if you've got a clean record this month. All classes completed. And we'll get a draw on Monday. 15 seconds left. So we're here, deadlift to begin with, going into that kneeling shoulder press after this. 5 seconds left. Kneeling shoulder press coming up. There's your change, so kneeling. Arms up, shoulder press position. Nice strong setup, ready, 40 seconds work. Go. Good, so see if you can expand that range of movement a little bit. I'm actually bringing the elbows down towards the side, getting that full lift up. So the deltoids, those shoulder muscles are working all the way through. 5 seconds left. Then we're switching knees, going into bicep curl. There's time. So kneeling on the other side now. Opening out through the hip flexor. Bicep curls with that kick out. Ready. Here we go. 40 seconds. Halfway. Right, so staying in that hip flexor stretch position, maintaining that stretch, maintaining that strong torso, that alignment through the length of the torso. 5 seconds left. Great. Then we're into press ups. There's our change. Press ups. Set up. Ready. Go. Halfway. Ten seconds left. After this is where those hip kick-ups should have been. So lying on your back after this, hip kick-ups. There's your change. All right, hip kick-ups. So lying on your back, feet on the floor, lift the hips. So single leg kick-ups, alternating sides, go. Good, again, keeping the hips high, getting that nice stretch down the back of the leg as you kick up. All right, last few stations then, last few intervals. We've got kick-ups here, going into L-shaped pullover after this. See, this fits quite nicely in here, doesn't it, after press-ups? And then it sets us up for pullovers after this. All right, so hips come down, find your weights. I'm gonna go for just one weight this time and emphasize what the legs are doing. So knees come up, legs into L shape, and we're away. So try and center this work into that midsection. So those core muscles working hard to keep that spine in neutral, allowing the legs to stay in L shape. Switch sides with the legs. Giving you that strength to pull that weight back over with the arms. Up on our feet after this, single leg balance with that row movement. Oh, legs shaking a little bit here. There's your change. All right, up we get. Swiftly onto our feet. All right, single leg balance and row. Okay, we're away. All right, find that focus. Lengthen that breath. Find that strength of movement and balance. Feel that length to the spine. So it's a lengthened, expanded, extended position. And we're not slouching on that standing leg, but we're supported on that standing leg. There's our change. Bring it up. Switch hands with the weight. Balance on the other side. Send that leg back. Single arm row. So 2 more intervals after this. We've got squat to press after this. Last 8 seconds here. Squat to press coming up. All right, there's time. Grab your other dumbbell. All right, 40 seconds squat to press. Nearly there, team. Nearly there. Set up. Ready. Here we go. Squat to press. Yeah, so you can do your regular squat to press movement, or you can go all 80s and add in a little step to the side. I'm going to keep my feet firmly on the ground. Squat to press. 15 seconds. Finishing with plank after this. Nice work life class. Yes, I can see those movements going. Good, last 5 seconds. There's time. Plank position. Last interval. High plank or low plank, with or without the gecko. 40 seconds to finish. So time is 7:58. So this to finish. All right, so just while we finish this off, next week's classes, all 3 live classes next week, 7:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So 3 live classes. Catch the recordings whenever you can. Keep this consistency going into this next month, and then we're getting into running season. There's time. Knees down, hips back, lengthen through to the arms. And yeah, 10k half marathon up here. What, about 8 weeks away? And just the energy of springtime and summer approaching. So a good time to be feeling fit and feeling strong for it. All right, bring that up. Quick hip flexor opener there. Quick reach up high, refinding that nice length. Switching sides. Oh, it's bright sunshine outside. So good to have these light mornings. Good, and bringing it up to standing, shake that out. All right, team, don't forget to let me know if you've got a clean record this month, but for whatever you've done, however many classes, kudos to you all. Keep pressing play if you're doing the recordings, keep joining in for the live classes when you can. And team, we're back in after the weekend, Monday morning, 7:30. Bring it on. All right, have a great weekend. I'll see you on the other side. Good work with that one, and see you next time. Bye for now.